Hello, I'm Tommy Vance, and I'm bigger than you. Who wants it? Who wants it? Welcome to Dumber and Dumber, the show that features people with no brains doing brainless things. Remember, kids, idiocy begins at home. Tonight on Dumber and Dumber, a donkey jumps off a roof and makes an ass of himself. An attempted backflip almost turns into a successful backbreaker. A boxer turned chicken plays cat's cradle, and these greyhounds deal with a pitch invasion the tough way. This is Ryan Gaboff. As his name suggests, he's very cool.
I woke up in the morning and I noticed my parents weren't home, so I thought it'd be a perfect time to try to jump onto the roof. Ever since I saw that roof, I always wanted to jump onto it.
This is a dream that's been festering for years. But be careful what you wish for, you might just get it.
I bailed off to try to grab onto the roof and save myself, but that wasn't a good idea.
The parents must be wondering if Ryan was a good idea.
I'm thinking about trying to jump again, maybe sometime soon, when my parents weren't home.
Hooray! That's one for the family album. The parents won't hit the roof when Ryan hits the ground. Ryan has a brother, Michael. He's got great hair.
I decided I wanted to do a backflip on my dirt bike, so I gathered a couple of my friends and we went out there. And
I'm gonna give up trying to backflip.
this is my first time doing a backflip on my dirt bike.
Seeing this, the Gaboff parents must be so proud.
I did the first one and it came out all right. I was just glad I didn't kill myself.
We're glad he's glad. Somebody has to be.
I was supposed to do a backflip, land on both wheels and ride away and be like, woo, I did a backflip.
And now, proof that you can't teach a young log new tricks.
You okay?
You all right, man?
I landed first and I was praying that the bike wouldn't land on top of me. But hey, I knew something hit me, and I mean, common sense told me it was the bike.
Are you sure common sense told you? And not the rocks that live in your mind?
All you kids out there, try not to be stupid like me.
At least it's not catching. Next! Two hot air optimists are taking to the air in a balloon in Barcelona. The crowd amass, inured to tragedy, and probably quite looking forward to it. And unpredictably, the doomed balloon hits a rooftop. That's torn it. The hot air escapes, and the balloon descends like a human picnic basket. But before it spills its contents on the pavement, it gets snagged, and our hot air buffoons climb to safety. If pigeons were train spotters, this is what they'd look like. Most manual jobs are two-man setups. One to do the task, the other to help, or maybe just stand about. This guy wants to get onto the roof, and his mate, Hank, is going to make sure nothing terrible happens with the least possible effort. Hank's really letting the other guy take the strain on this job. All's going fine until Hank decides to actually be helpful. It only takes a foot. Hank's strategy is useless, and his chum slides gracelessly to earth. And then, ouch! Wow! And that's why they call it do it yourself. Christmas trees, they're dangerous. Firemen know that the festive season can turn into the highly inflammable, which is why they're making this foolproof safety video.
Lighters or cigarettes could spark a fire.
Just to be sure you get the point, our firefighter douses the tree with petrol. Lots and lots of petrol.
What happens is sometimes a pet or a child playing near the tree will come by and bump the candle over.
It's all looking extremely likely. And thank goodness there's a fireman to hand.
And if it falls into the tree or into the...
Woof! Fireman Sam's gone up in smoke.
Sorry about that.
Does anybody have the number for the emergency services? Oh, I forgot. They're already here. What a bunch of Christmas crackers. Rio de Janeiro, where a man can be free to wear a lady's leisure body thong. This young minstrel's wriggling like a viper at the carnival. Some spectator takes issue with the fact that he's a Brazilian who hasn't had a Brazilian. And the conversation gets serious. He's not going to take that lying down, or standing up for that matter. Was that part of the plan? This is Carnival, man. Men dressed like prom queens. Deal with it. Mobile sledge buff Dwayne Burke likes to keep his game interesting. Downhill's one thing, but the real challenge is up.
I was hoping I wasn't about to break nothing on my body when I went up and over that hill.
But everything has a flip side, and as if the world was still actually flat, Dwayne and his buggy tumble off the horizon.
Like, oh, you're in for a whole world of pain here.
A world of pain, a world of blinding dimness, maybe.
I knew I made a mistake the second I let go of the handlebars and my sled took off down the hill without me. That's when I knew I made a mistake.
Stranded on his backside, Dwayne leaves it to real men in real helmets to save him.
I owe you, sir, something fierce. If my wife was more liberal, I'd give her to you.
Life's cheap, but the wife's cheaper.
Safety first, that's the motto.
Or it's a lifetime of hillside expletives. The hills have eyes. Let's hope they haven't got ears.
Oh, my dealer don't see this.
Karate chicks in a scrap. Very now. Very Tarantino. But it helps to know who wears the trousers, or just that trousers are actually being worn. It's a case of pants for the memory, as these karate girls descend into fight suit chaos. The first rule of Fight Club, if you've got a black belt, don't forget to flippin' use it. School plays, where pretend monks take to the stage and take a vow of silliness. Like anyone with a bad habit, our monk on the left will be best advised to leave Belle alone. It's one tug too many, and he's dropped a clanger. Hanging from the prop like washing out to dry, his debut performance has turned into a farce. The bells, the bells! They make you daft, you know. Lock up your daughters, folks. Here are the love gods that are Kevin and Dustin.
Kevin was kind of talking about how he has a hard time with women. So I decided that it'd be a good self-confidence booster to convince Kevin to go streaking.
How you doing? What's up? Yeah. So we're gonna run through Denny's naked.
It sounded like a good idea at the time after about an hour and a half of persuasion.
And a bottle of whiskey, perhaps.
We ran in through the front door.
Get back here! Get back here!
There was about 4 or 5 people in the restaurant, and everyone's just like, what the hell?
It's time to make a getaway, but nudists have no pockets. Unless pockets of ignorance count, the keys are inevitably in the car's ignition. A stupid oversight one car thief takes advantage of.
I don't think the thought ever crossed my mind that it would be stolen.
Robbed of their car and their clothes, the boys are reminded it's the middle of winter.
It was about 15 degrees, and the wind chill on certain parts of my body was just a little too much to handle at that point.
And now, we're hiring the staircase, butt naked. Bad idea.
The boys are rescued by the boys in blue.
We got a ride home from the police.
That was probably the worst part of the night right there, is riding home in a cop car naked.
The whole ride home, he's like, okay, so why exactly did you do this?
I have no clue.
We're not dealing with a genius here.
No clue.
No clue, no car, no keys, and probably still no girlfriend. Next time, boys, get a room. Coming up on Dumber and Dumber, a stupid skydiver says no offense to offense. A thick cyclist gives a new meaning to the phrase collie wobbles. And a knee boarder takes a nosedive.
Imagine a rental store.
Here's idiot proof. This is Nathaniel Gilbert. He's a blonde bombshell who's about to make a skydiving stunt run.
What we were trying to do was to get a nice video of a high-speed landing through a very tight area. The intention was to go down between the palm trees, in between the deck and the tent, and then go up over the fence and land on the other side.
Well, they say the grass is greener as long as you can get there.
Am I right? It all started to go wrong when I clipped the inside of the palm tree. After I corrected that, the only thing I could do was go straight into the fence.
And did he learn his lesson? Stupid questions deserve stupid answers.
I am glad I attempted the stunt. Am I right? Every time my friends watch the video, it usually ends up with, oh!
Elephants, the largest living land mammal, famous for remembering things you'd rather forget, and for being very big. Don't let this dress fool you. This one packs a punch, as these tourists discover. From Blue Peter to Pooh Peter, put an Ellie on the telly, and you can be sure it'll leave a jumbo calling card. Not the kind of souvenir you'd like to take home to Mum. Sunstroke can do funny things to people. This woman doesn't understand the difference between garden tools and bathroom accessories. You wouldn't take a shower outside and water the lawn with it, so why would you? Oh, never mind. Deciding to wash her hair with a sprinkler, Mum forgot to turn the rotating blades off, and now she's woman and fountain all in one. Still, it opens up a whole new world of horticulture hairdressing possibilities. But a word of warning, if she comes at you with the strimmer, run! Danny Road Truck, he's a smart lad.
We got this big idea that we were going to jump off a house onto a trampoline.
Good idea.
Land on your butt.
First of all, his mates show him how it's properly done.
He landed perfect. Nothing happened to him.
Let's hope Danny's a fast learner. Right, that's enough hoping. Bring it on.
Okay, Danny.
So I got up on the house and waited there. Got kind of scared.
Watch out, man. Hold up.
Kind of scared, kind of stiff, kind of immobile, kind of jump, jump.
Oh, come on.
I didn't give you no 10-second notice yet.
Oh, come on.
For some reason, I just didn't feel comfortable. It didn't feel right.
And finally, after much public demand, the moron flies tonight.
Ouch. I mean, I've done some dumb things, but that right there, I think that hurt worse than any of the dumb things I've ever done.
Isn't life ironic? He's actually done dumber things than this. The mind, it boggles. It's still boggling, in fact. He'll live, and what a tale he has to tell.
I'm kind of glad it's on camera because like 60 years from now, when I'm showing my grandchildren how dumb I was, that, you know, maybe they won't try something so stupid.
It's a legacy they'll be proud of. Here's a whole new meaning to the phrase, blessing in disguise. This holy man is preaching mass to the masses, and for that he needs a mic. But it's amplified madness when he sticks the mic into the holy water, creating a firmament of feedback. Luckily, someone's on hand to point out the error of his ways, and before long, he's back on track. Next time, he'll remember, screeching, preaching, it's not on. Kneeboarding, it's not hard. All you do is kneel and wait to be pulled at high speed into a lake. It's a cruel and harsh world. But sometimes it's hard to feel sorry for people. Know what I mean? There are many different kinds of conductor, from bus to semi, to orchestra. This bloke will be better off on the buses, frankly. Standing room only. Let the bassoons off first, please. You don't get this with Herbert von Karajan. Herbert von Carry-On, more like. Brody Vircher and his brother are building a backyard ramp.
Me and my brother built the ramp from an old shop table and a couple of 2x4s and a piece of plywood.
Ramp in place, Brody rides his bike onto it and heads for glory, while his brother does the filming thing. That's the summer-nailed bike dunking in the sun. But there's a fly in the ointment. Matt, the family dog.
He's a natural cow dog and he likes to herd cows. When he doesn't have the cows to herd, he herds the next best thing, which is me on a bike.
The dog is no sea dog. He rates the land and therefore so should his owner.
My dog does not like to go swimming in the pool. He hates the water. The dog caused me to wipe out because I was coming full speed toward the ramp, and I was focusing on the ramp. At the last minute, he came into my peripheral vision off to the side, and I tried to stick my foot down and stop, but I was going too fast.
Great canine interception.
I was more worried about the dog. The bike is replaceable. The dog isn't.
Actually, son, a dog is for Christmas, not for summer. So next time, lose Fido and carry on with your foolishness. There's something very odd about battle reenactment societies. They're obsessed with getting the details right, from the buttons on the uniforms to the flaps on the long johns. It's like being there. The only concession to sanity is that the weapons don't work. Sadly, or not, this lot are an exception to the rule. Your history. These guys are boxers. That's George the Butcher, and Ginger calls himself Harm's Way.
When I'm not fighting, I work in a grocery store in the meat shop with some real butchers.
Yes, that's right. The real butcher is fighting the one that calls himself Butcher. Confused? You should be. Still, at least we're guaranteed some fisticuffs. Or are we?
I wasn't really running. I was just jogging across the ring.
What was that? We've never seen that before.
Jogging? Running away, more like. How embarrassing!
I don't want the name Hackney to be used as a new term for when someone gets knocked over the top rope or, you know, tangled up in the ropes. I don't want everybody saying, hey, look, that guy got hackneyed last night.
Fortunately, Dame Fame will not be ringing your doorbell, Mr. Forgotten-O.
Very entertaining.
Dog racing, a sport of harebrains. And here's one now, invading the track in the middle of a race. This Dr. Dolittle thinks he can talk to the animals, but they just don't understand. He shouts, stop, they don't. This is a memory that'll dog this dolt forever. A mountain Christmas. Brad and his dad don't know how to pass the time. Intelligently, that is.
My dad, and my brother and I were taking a hike, and as we crossed the ridge at the top, decided to roll rocks.
Of course. What would embody the festive season better?
Oh! We rolled several little ones, and they never made it even halfway down, so we didn't really give it too much thought.
And like a homing pigeon whose actual name is Disaster, Disaster's coming home to roost.
We got right up above where the van was parked, and finally we found the perfect rock. And we set it to go, and 1, 2, 3, go! Go! As the rock went the first 50 feet or so, we could see that it was on a beeline course for the van.
If that thing hits the van, I'm dead.
And I just said, no, 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 no.
No, 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 no. Oh!
It went down and hit the van, smack.
Oh! How can I be so stupid?
I don't believe it, Brad.
What'd you do that for? What are the chances of that thing hitting the van?
Well, if you will, take aim.
Oh! I was in shock.
Brad and the van are in rock shock.
The official estimate by a local body shop came out to just over $4,000.
Expensive idiot.
If I was in the same situation again, I think I would pay attention to that little voice in my head that was saying,
no, 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 no.
What'd you do that for?
That's the end of another fulfilled half hour of buffoonery. But we're not out of idiot antics caught on tape just yet. Join us next week when we'll serve up more people who are even more stupid than you are. Until then, stay dumb. You know it makes no sense.
And with more comedy tomorrow night at 9 when Bruce Forsyth presents his Comedy Heroes.